Hello everyone, welcome to another Alpha Console update. In this video we'll be going over the new feature that has been implemented into Alpha Console and showing you the advanced feature for it. This feature has been requested for quite some time, so let's get right into it. First of all, when you come into the AC menu, if you look up the top you'll have a new tab called Presets. We click on this, and as you can see I already have some made, but you can now store a list of custom decals or textures, and then at the click of a button you can now change. Obviously 86 won't work, animated will. So that's what we can do. So first I will show you how to make these. Then I will show you the advanced tab. So the way presets work is that whatever you have equipped under your car tab, so anything under here, will be saved in a preset. For example, so let's say for the orange team I select my animated Shodu G2 decal, and for the sake of this tutorial that'll be the only decal I equip. Moving on to antennas, we can do something like G2, and toppers, let's do Pikachu ears. For now we'll leave it as that. Actually, you know what, let's do some wheels as well. I do like my Fulcrum V2s, so we'll leave it as that. These are the only items that I have on, so one decal, one antenna, one topper, one set of wheels. Everything else is off or set to default. So this is what I want for my preset that I'm about to make. So I come over to presets, I click create preset, and I call this, I don't know, what do I call this? Let's call this G2. And I press confirm, so that gives us a G2 here. If I click blank and click apply, this now sets everything back to 0. So if we go into car, as you can see, there's nothing selected at all. I have made this blank preset purely because if I have a preset loaded fully with everything customized, I then don't want to go around turning everything off and then only applying something that I want. So I have this as blanks to reset everything to 0, and then I can just add what I need. So now that this is blank, I can click G2 and click apply, and that applies all of my custom items. As you can see here, the profile tab are excluded from the presets. So profile, your avatar, banner, borders, these won't be saved under presets. Another cool feature. So the advanced feature of presets is as follows. Once you have everything set up, you can come into your garage and click through your presets that you have in your garage. So RLCS animated, Shinjuku, custom main, custom UCF, and initial D. And that's just a regular one, so you can ignore that. So as you go through your garage, obviously each car will be applied its own custom decal, wheels, cambers, everything, even if you're Patreon, custom car and custom charms. How this works is if you go into your presets and click advanced. Now please read these. I know some people don't like to read. I know It's very painful, but please read it. So, with this advanced feature, there comes, it's not a bug, it's just the way it works. So what happens is, when you go through a preset in-game, in your garage, Alpha Console will apply the decals and items that you have assigned. When you get to a car that has no assigned Alpha Console preset, it will still use anything that is in the menu. For example, here is Shinjuku, and I will go back left. And you can see here, you can watch these change. So Shinjuku, RLCS animated. My next preset does not have any Alpha Console preset selected, and yet it still uses the Alpha Console items from this preset. It's confusing, I know, but there is a way around that, which is why I made the blank, which is another reason why I made the blank preset. So, how do we do these? Well, I will show you with re-adding my blank. So, Octane main in our garage, this one should not have any decals. So once you have created your preset in Alpha Console, you can come down here and you have loadout selection and preset selection. Loadout refers to your garage, so this, whatever you choose, this is your loadout selection. So I'm going to click add, and I'm going to look for Octane main, this one. Preset selection is what you have added here. So I want this to be blank, so I will add blank to that. Now if I go across, we have RLCS animated, and back to this, it goes blank, and as you can see, there's no textures. So this section here refers to your garage, and this section here refers to Alpha Console. So let's do that again. This time let's go for one I don't have, which is Christmas Crew. Now I'm not going to add a decal that actually, you know what, I can. So let's start from scratch. So I'll come over to car, and on orange team again, just to save time, let's go animated and season rewards. So this one is the season, was it 9 I believe, I can't remember. This is the SSL season rewards, and obviously I've just changed the SSL logo to NRG. So let's keep it as that, and for the most part let's just leave it as that. So just that one decal. I'm going to come over to presets, create preset, and I'm going to call this test. Here is test. Test is obviously working. I'm going to come down with advanced turned on. I'm going to come down here, click add. Again, this loadout selection is our garage, so Christmas Crew. Preset, I want as test. So now if I go back, initial D, custom car, custom decal, no decal, because this is now our blank one. Octane main is blank. And we go through Christmas Crew, and applies the universal decal. Again, if at some point you don't want these, you can click the X to delete, and the same for your preset up here. You can click on them and click delete. Confirm yes. So advanced doesn't work the same as dev mode, so there's no issues of this not caching items or textures, so this works very smoothly. Again, if you don't want to use the advanced feature, you can simply turn it off and select, oh, we're already on that one, select one at a time, and then this will just apply to any item. So obviously there's the breakout, it doesn't show the car because advanced isn't on. So quickly for the patch notes, we have what's new, which is the presets option. We've also gone through the advanced tab. For bug fixes, there was an issue where the boost meter texture would just randomly apply a car. I think it was a light map, I can't remember, but it was just a random car texture. This has now been fixed. Also, Forge mode has now been remotely enabled again. There was an issue with Forge mode crashing, even people that don't have Patreon, it would still crash. So Forge mode is now working. If you are Patreon, please enjoy. Going over the JSON files that come with presets, you have your config file. This refers to your presets you initially create. So as you can see, RLCS animated Shinjuku custom main, this refers to these here. Your presets JSON file is everything that is contained within your config JSON items. So first up on the config file is the AE86, and here it is here, and this is everything that is recalled when you apply this preset. So here is my JSON file for ball texture, the JSON files for boost meters, my charms, what charm it is, my custom car. Obviously these items here won't apply to you if you don't have Patreon. Going down, headlights, tail lights, jump effects, license plates if you have them, they're there. So this is basically everything you have, and then obviously come down here to wheel textures. And then blank, obviously this is nothing. So this is just completely empty. Well, apart from the ball, I have my my ball always on. Same with the default Alpha Console boost meters. These I don't really change. But apart from that, that's all blank. And you get the idea. So this contains all of your settings, and then the config file is literally what is recalled. But thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was useful to you, and I shall see you later. Peace out.